Hello, Mingalaba. Welcome to the first ever video from the IELTS Temple. My name is Joko. I'm an English teacher and have been teaching IELTS in classroom situations for 5 years or so. And this is my first time presenting my knowledge to people on YouTube and the internet. So, in the future, I hope to turn IELTS Temple into a place where you can see instructional videos of how to approach the different parts of the IELTS test. Yeah, just what's needed. Another guy on the internet making videos about IELTS. But I'm going to be different. How? Well, you just have to see. Okay, I think you're probably wondering at this point, why IELTS Temple? What's this name about? You know, why would you, is this a religious thing? Well, no, it's not. Let me tell you about the story behind, wait a minute, instructional video. Now, when in the IELTS test might you be asked to relate a story? Yes, listen, I'm not listening. Speaking part 2. So let's turn this introductory video into my first instructional video, how to approach Speaking Task Part 2. Now in Speaking Part 2, the long form, you finally have a chance to really show your stuff and what you can do with the English language, the spoken language. The examiner will give you a card. Now on the card is something you should talk about and then some talking points. Now note the key words there. It says you should mention. It doesn't mean you have to mention all 4 things. The important thing is to tell the story in a complete way that shows off your vocabulary and your grammar. It's not a list of 4 questions. It's one thing. And you should keep that in mind during your 1 minute of prep time. Instead of a bullet list of each of the 4 points, consider this, a spidergram. Sometimes called a mind map, it is a free-flowing way to organize your ideas. First, put the topic and the main answer there in the middle, and put some legs on it like you would a spider. Then, if you're telling a story, note the stages of the story. What you begin with. For me, it was a conversation I had with a colleague. Note as you go around clockwise, the other stages of the story you're about to hear are noted. And then finally, in the last point, try to note some high-level, uncommon vocabulary that is appropriate for what you're talking about, and make notes of it so that you don't forget to use it. Okay, so now I'm going to answer the Task 2 question. I have my notes here, but I'm not going to look at them too much because I know what's there, and only use them if I get stuck. The answer's not here, it's there. Alright, so I'm going to talk about a time that I needed to name something. The thing that I needed to name was a blog, a website. I named it IELTS Temple. And the reason is it started with a discussion that I had with a colleague in the staff room. We had been discussing a certain point in the band descriptors for writing Task 1. Yeah, that's what it was. And the more we debated, the more I realized that we were like a couple of lawyers who were discussing the fine points of a law, or theologians discussing the meaning of the words of a holy text, and what was it that the higher power, in this case IELTS, wanted to see, and what did it mean? Okay, so I came up with this analogy that IELTS is like a religion. Well, at that time also I found a new hobby, which was helping people online, mostly in Facebook, with their IELTS essays and correcting them and giving them feedback. And the more I did this, the more I realized that it's something I actually can do pretty well, and really there's lots of people who do it and make money. So I'm going to start doing that, I think. I'm going to try. So that's what this temple is going to be. Now, the name, I knew I had to start it with IELTS, because if you look at all the best IELTS sites, they all say IELTS something, IELTS Liz, IELTS Simon, you got IELTS Advantage, IELTS my IELTS classroom, IELTS Focus, IELTS Buddy. It's IELTS something, okay? So, Temple. It's not religion, any particular religion. It belongs to all religions. All religions have temples. And so I chose that name. So that's the story behind how I named this website, YouTube channel, Facebook page, IELTS Temple. No, in my answer, I used the past perfect tense, the past continuous tense, the past simple tense. I varied my voice up and down to show features of intonation. What else did I do? I'll have to wait before I do it and then look back at it and see what I did. Now, did I talk about all four things on here? Well, maybe not. I mean, the meaning of the name? No. Did I discuss all of the things on my notes? No, I forgot the word tenets and orthodoxy. But that's okay. So thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed it, please subscribe to this page. You can also look for the link to the Facebook page down below. Likes are always appreciated. And then there is a blog at IELTStemple.blogspot.com. So until next time, this is your High Priest wishing you the very best in your studies, and check back with us again for more content soon. Theologians, clergymen might discuss the theosophical. Let me do that again. Okay. Days. IELTS is like a religion. It's just an analogy, mind you. I'm not saying it is a religion. You don't want to worship it. Okay, so then I developed a new hobby. This is going on way too long.